Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and I'm here for the reading for all the Aries out there. For March 4th through March 10th, I would like to say welcome to my channel as well, and I want to say thank you to those who have subscribed. I want to welcome each and every one of you. Thank you so much. And also, I would like to thank those who have taken the time to even watch my videos for a few seconds or a few minutes. I appreciate you too. And always remember, as a disclaimer, that if this reading does not resonate, that's fine. There may be another reading out there for you, or this reading could be for someone else. So let's see what's going on for the Aries for March 4th through March 10th. Also, we're moving into Mercury retrograde starting the 5th. So just keep that in mind. And if you know where Mercury is going to be in your house, that's exactly what area of your life will be going under review. And also, it could bring up some deep feelings inside you that you may not have realized you've had as well. And plus, also, all the Mercury retrogrades this year is going to be in all water signs. So it's a lot of emotional release, and that is so cleansing. It's through going through the darkest part of yourself that you can really heal. You have to go back to those memories that you don't want to remember. You have to go back to those things that you try to forget, because it's going through that shows you how strong you are to deal with it and face it. And if you want to cry, let it out, but just don't stay there. And just accept what you feel, and then once you do that, you're able to move forward. Like, wow, like I feel so much better, because we can't run from ourselves. Eventually we're going to have to face ourselves, and 2019 is the year that is going to start bringing things out that is going to force to get our attention. So let's see what's going on. So we have the Emperor. So here we have you guys right here. We have you guys definitely taking control. I feel that you guys are not letting just anything happen. I feel that when you do go through these emotions, I feel that you are going to be able to keep them under control, so that way it doesn't interfere and then you manifest all types of chaos. I feel that you guys are really standing firm and allowing what you're feeling, like I said, to come through, but also realizing how powerful it is to not let it knock you off your throne. And we have the Two of Wands. Now, I feel also this week, you're probably feeling like you want to take more control of your life. It's because right now you may not see clearly where you want to go, and that's okay. That's fine. I don't take it as a negative feeling from this card. I take it as the Mercury retrograde can cause some confusion this week of where you really want to go. And this is where we're supposed to review where we already been. I feel this is what the Mercury retrograde is for, is to see where we've been, because if you don't know where you've been, then you don't know where you're going. So this is an okay energy to be in. So if you do feel like this, I don't know what's going on in my life, I don't know how I'm going to do this, I don't know how I'm going to do that, just take time to focus on what you can manage right now. It's not the time to start anything new. It's time to really see where you want to go. Start to get some plans together, some ideas. Really go deep inside yourself. And then after Mercury goes direct, you will have a more clearer sense, and you wouldn't feel like this anymore. And we have the Devil here. So it seems to me there could be some toxic energy that's around you. I feel that if you could still be chained to someone that you feel is toxic as well. And you could be really feeling the effects of it this week. You know how we stay around people and we're kind of used to the toxicity to a point. But as we're going through all these energetic shifts, it's going to you're going to feel it. You're going to definitely feel like when you're around certain people, pay attention to what you feel around certain people as well this week. Because any person you feel like something's off or something negative, or you just feel a hesitation, trust that. Like, don't just put yourself around anybody, because if you're involving people that are chained to their own demons, then you being in their life, you're going to be attached. So when we try to help people, see, we have to be careful. There's a difference between people actually going through things and people actually going through karma. See, I had to learn that. I stopped people from receiving their karma because I was there. You know, they'd be like, oh my gosh, this happened, oh my gosh. But I realized those events happen because 9 out of 10 times they cause it themselves. But because I was in the way, I got hit by it. You know, my finances got messed up. You know, this stuff is real. So it's very important to pay attention to who you're around right now this week, I really feel. Because people may not know what's going on around you, like the planetary alignments and everything, and they could just be acting really toxic. And if that's the case, don't argue with them. Just distance yourself. Because they'll try to bring you down too. And we have the Justice card. So the universe is saying, Aries, we're here for you. We are here to work everything out for you. As long as you keep your cool, as long as you take time to really review where you've been, then everything is going to work out fine. The universe is going to be there to protect you as well. So let's see why the Emperor is here. We have the Hermit here. And we have the Ace of Cups. So as you're starting to realize how going inside is so important, I feel that now that this week, being around toxic people is going to cause you to be in hermit mode, like just getting away from them, like I said. But however, it's through you feeling the darkest moments. It could be your toxic things, as well. It could be the dark energy that's still been within you, and the universe, the justice is here to bring it out of you. And if that means triggering an event, someone to come and, let's say, out of nowhere break up with you or stop being friends with you, and it brings out all these feelings, trust and believe is for a reason. It's already been inside of you and this person, which is used as a way to help set you free. And also, maybe you're not in alignment with them anymore. So through you taking time in the Hermit, you actually see how much that actually makes you happy, because you guys are very action oriented. You know, you guys are fire signs, and I'm a fellow fire sign. I'm a Sagittarius, so I get this. You know, we like to be on the move. We like action, action, action. We don't like to sit here and just wait for things to happen. Or that's why when it comes to like the water seasons, like Cancer and Pisces, I feel like we be suffering a little bit, because it's so watered down and we're used to like being ourselves. But it's necessary that we do go inside sometimes and really take time away from everything and everybody and really see what makes us happy. And I feel through that makes you feel more confident in being the Emperor, because you're not just accepting anything and anybody, because you have taken time to look inside and find your own true happiness. So let's see why the Two of Wands is here reversed. We have the Three of Swords reversed. And we have the Temperance. Speaking of fellow Sagittarius, here's the Temperance right here. So I feel like through you not knowing where your life is going, you may not feel that you don't have the world in your hands, and that's okay. This is a time for deep healing, like I was saying, because the Three of Swords, it's time to heal those memories that hurt you and bring balance. The Temperance is such a beautiful card because it's like one big angel, got the glow, you know, and it's just so, I love this card, it's so beautiful. I really feel also your guardian angels are here with you during this time as well. And also, since this is a Sagittarius card, you also have Jupiter here. So I feel like if you know where Jupiter is also in your house, I feel that comes in point here too. It's important to heal, because depending on where Jupiter is in your house, maybe that's restricting you from moving forward. Maybe it's the things that you went through that you didn't completely heal from. See, I came to this point earlier about my life, right? When everything happened in my life in 2017, yeah, now in 2019, no, I'm not mad about it. No, I'm not mad at the people that wasn't there for me, or allowed all that, everything to happen up to that point. No, but at the same time, it produced a subconscious fear in my mind that altered my work ethic, because they took away all my work. Like, when everything started going wrong, it's like all that I put in for 9 years didn't mean anything to them. So for a while, I went through a deep depression, and it came through my work. I didn't feel like I was worth anything. I felt like, wow, what's the point of working on something? Someone's always going to tear it down. So when it came to other areas in my life, I was functioning when it came to being happy and stuff, but when it came to my work, it was suffering. So I had to go back because I was surprised. I was like, wow, because I just knew something was still off with me. And this was just yesterday I realized this. So this hits home for me too, because I have Aries midhaven. So like this ties into me too, because it's through me healing that and going back and realizing, wow, that created a fear. No, I may not be mad, but it altered how I moved in the world. And that's what I feel you may be starting to realize, like, wow, I may not be mad anymore, but this situation altered how I treat people. It altered how I go about my day. So I really feel like maybe part of the reason why you feel like the Two of Wands is in reverse, because this is how I felt. I didn't know where I was going, what I was doing, is because there's still deeper healing to take place. And that's what I feel is going to come to the forefront this week. So let's see why the Devil card is here. So we have the Page of Cups reverse. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. So I'm going to see why the Eight of Pentacles is here. I'm just going to do an extra clarifier. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Queen of Rods. So we have you guys definitely staying away and not taking any offers from toxic people. I feel that you're starting to realize who, like, let's say if they come to apologize, you can see right behind them. It's kind of like, how some people wear a mask, and then it's like the devil is like right here. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. But this is more of a spiritual level. I feel like it could be people trying to convey their feelings, but however, behind it, it could be the devil. Even though the Page of Cups is in reverse, I feel this is you turning it down. I feel this is you staying away from these people, because behind them, the devil's peeking out like, hey, how you doing? And it happens, so that's why it's so important to really be in tune with yourself, because it's mostly subconscious cues or your intuition telling you about things that you're not going to physically see, because they're going to come in more slick ways. And the more aware you are of that, the more you be like, okay, I see right through you. Like, I ain't even going to, no, I'm just going to turn down your apology. I don't need it. I know that you're only around me because you're going through a tough time and you're going crazy and you want to bring all your toxicity to me. But I have put that inner work in, and I'm not putting work for anyone else. Like, it's every man for himself in a way. Now, what I mean by that is the only person you can control is yourself. You can't save everybody. You can't go and just help people who just don't want to be helped. And as an empath, we have to know the difference. Like, when someone is not putting in the work and we're putting in more work into their own healing than they are, what service is that to anybody? And I feel that you could be realizing that as well. Like, no, I'm just not going to accept everybody's offer. I'm not going to accept this toxicity, because I'm focusing on and working on my passions. And this is a definitely strong feminine energy too, which is nice because you have the Emperor here. Because you have the Emperor, it's because you're the Queen of Wands. Because you know what you want. You're an independent woman. Or man, doesn't matter. I'm saying the energy of the card. You're really working hard on your passions, and you're not allowing anything to get in the way of that. And that's absolutely beautiful. So let's see why the Justice card is here. So we have the Nine of Pentacles, codependent. That makes sense, probably why the Devil is here, because that's also codependency. So I feel that this week or sometime this month, during the Mercury retrograde, those things are going to be taken away from you. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. So isn't that you going after your passions is going to manifest? You staying in this energy is definitely going to help bring to the physical world what you have been desiring. But however, the universe cannot bring it to you because you may be in the codependent. It could be family, it could be friends, it could be a job, it could be anything. Anything that you just stay because you have a certain fear, like, oh my gosh, what if I let it go? Or oh my gosh, I feel that it's either yes or yes. It's no way around this. We're coming in times where we can only be in things that are our true authentic selves, and that comes with releasing some people. We can't force people to be on our vibration. We have to love them enough to let them go. That is what unconditional love is when you don't try to force someone to be something that they're not at that moment. You allow them to go on their way. Like if they're toxic, that doesn't mean you have to stay around and try to help them if they're not helping themselves. It's time to help you. And that's why the Justice card is here as well, because the universe is making it happen with or without you. It's time. The universe is ready to bring in these gifts for you, especially because Aries season is coming. And if you're in this codependent energy where you're depending on something so greatly that you're not appreciating your own worth, then how are you going to be the Queen of Pentacles? It doesn't happen. So the universe is actually trying to help. So if you go through some type of ending, I personally don't feel it's just going to be this week. I feel this is going to be the theme between the whole time between Mercury goes retrograde between the 5th or the 20-something, even in the shadow period. I feel the universe is doing major cleanup for you guys, so it's the beginning of a new year as well. Because it's Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. It's time for new beginnings, so the universe is on a whole cleanup mission for everybody. And it's up to you to resist that or not, but it's going. And when it happens, you can't blame the universe, because if they showed you signs and synchronicities that this is not working, but you let your feelings come in, and then when it takes it away, see, I've done that too, where I'll be like, oh my gosh, I really wanted this. How could the universe do this to me? It's not doing it to me. Because every person that the universe took away, I guarantee, they showed me the signs. They sure did. They let me know what was up. But it was me and my reluctance to listen that got me hurt. Not them. Nobody cannot hurt you unless you give them permission to. So if you keep going back to someone that hurt you, you're not the victim. And that's the thing. Nobody's a victim, especially when you're an adult. You know how you should be treated. So if you're staying there, that means you like it. And then not everybody has the same heart as you that's going to look at it like, oh, well, this person gives me everything and I'm just going to just change. No, some people see you as a doormat and be like, oh, okay, I see you love me. I see you go hard for me. I see you codependent on me. So why I gotta change? Why should I go and stop my life when I know you're always going to be there? So I feel like it could be people in your life that's been treating you like this, taking your love for granted, taking those deep, passionate feelings you have in the universe. Is like, no more. It's time for you to get on your stuff, Aries. We have so much in store for you for Aries season, and this is just a cleanup to make sure it happens. So to all the Aries out there, I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I'll catch you guys next week.